Hi, welcome back. Sorry about that. We were fixing our audio issue. Uh, but we are ready for Mchan to go ahead with the new Super Mario Bros. 2 speedrun, and I am really looking forward to this. Take it away, Mchan.
All right, hello everybody. I am back. For anyone who's missed a previous run, I ran New Super Luigi U just now, and now this time I'm running New Super Mario Bros. 2, the other game in the same series, and this is my favorite speed game, so I'm really excited to be speedrunning this game. I do want to thank you guys so much for helping me get the all castles incentive met. You know, it's in my opinion a better marathon showcase category than Warpless. So this time around, the intro cutscene is 50 seconds long, as opposed to New Super Luigi's 2-minute cutscene. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. So here we go. Okay, so this is New Super Mario Bros. 2. It's the third game in the New Super Mario Bros. Series, with the second game being New Super Mario Bros. Wii. And the category is All Castles. So All Castles is a category where you do every world as fast as you can. So it is similar to Warpless, but in Warpless you only do worlds 1 through 6. All Castles does worlds 1 through 6, as well as Mushroom, Flower, and Star World. So you do get to see a bit more of the game than Warpless, and also the strats are different. So you'll be seeing some really unique strats that you don't really see in most other categories. This is one of my favorite categories in the game here. All right, so get ready to start the time in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, starting off in 1-1 here. Right off the bat, I am going to be getting star coins. So it's not a 100% run, but I'm getting star coins because there's a bonus world that we do in this run called Star World. And in order to do Star World, we have to get 90 star coins. In this run, we actually get 95 because, well, the extra 5 star coins is saved for a little bit later in the run. But just know we're getting 95 of the fastest star coins. It is not every single star coin, but there's not a single level that we do where we don't get a single star coin. In order to unlock, to go through the main route of the game, you do go through worlds 1 through 6, so that's the Warpless route. But to do Mushroom World and Flower World, you do have to go out of your way to get a secret exit and do a cannon level. So the cannon levels are required for Mushroom and Flower World. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna get a Fire Flower right over here, because that is required in order to get a star coin here in this level here. Grab the Mega Mushroom, which is a returning power from the original New Super Mario Bros. You turn big, and you just destroy everything that's in your way. And this is required in order to get this upcoming star coin right over here. And there's a cool little strat that I can do at the end. I didn't get it. That is fantastic. So in the next level, 1-3, is going to introduce the main power-up of the game, and that is the Super Leaf. The Super Leaf is, you might recognize it, it's from Super Mario Bros. 3. And this power-up is very busted in this game, unlike in Mario 3. And you'll see some various implications that the Super Leaf can do in this game. So you turn into a Raccoon Mario. It's not a Tanuki suit, despite popular beliefs. But as you can see on the bottom left corner, we have a P meter, which means P speed is in play. So when you have P speed, then you can fly. And normally, when you're flying, then you lose your horizontal speed for vertical height. But what you see me do here is you see me doing all these spins, and that's what we call spin flying. So it's just simply mashing run and jump simultaneously, which in my case is Y and B, in order to basically just keep my speed. And that is very important in order to do a lot of tricks in this game and perform quite a bit of skips. And more implications of the Super Leaf will be explained. Oops. as the run goes on. A little bit of a slight mistake there. That's okay. Oh my gosh. This is kind of the first tough level to do fast. No problem. We are gonna get the secret exit here. As, like I said, we do need to access Mushroom World through a cannon, so we're going to get the secret exit, and this will allow us to get to the cannon level of World 1 in order to get to Mushroom World. So, the cannon levels are actually actual levels in this game, and it's pretty much like an auto run. And in the cannon levels, there's a red coin ring. And if I get the red coin rings, normally you get a power-up, but in cannon levels, if you get the red coins in cannon levels, then you get a gold flower in your inventory. And I'm going to get the gold flower in order to have it in my bottom screen inventory, which I do not believe it's shown on stream at all. But on the bottom screen, you do have a reserved item that you can use in the level if you need to use it. So the gold flower will be on my bottom screen. And I'm going to use it in a level in Mushroom World pretty shortly. No, you do not accelerate any faster in the air. Okay, so Mushroom 1, here we go. This will be the first introduction to a star power. So just like in Luigi U, whenever you have a star, then you move faster and you can tank through enemies. Nice. Hit this vine block right over here in order to get the secret exit of this level. Normally you would get the normal exit of this level, but because it's all castles, and in all castles we're only interested in beating every world as fast as we can, and not beating the game as fast as we can. So this is the fastest path through Mushroom World, right here. And so the gold flower that I got from Mushroom Cannon, this is where it's going to be used. So as you can see, with the gold flower, it's pretty much an upgraded fire flower, where the gold balls are really powerful, and you can pretty much shoot these dry bones, spiky balls, and then you can turn blocks into coins. So the power of the gold flower is just is just so useful for this level. Otherwise, without it, you have to just dodge the spiky balls, or even sometimes boost through some of them. So the next level here is Mushroom 3, the first auto-scroller. There are quite a lot of auto-scrollers in this game. And so, this will be a good time to talk about the coin block. So you might notice, started from Mushroom A coin block spawn, and it spawns every 200,000 points that you accumulate. And you use the coin block, as you can see, whenever you move around with it, then you just gain lots of coins. Up until you get enough coins and it just pops. When you get hit with the coin block, then you just lose the coin block without losing any of your power-ups. And so this kind of, we actually exploit that a few times in the run, where we would intentionally grab the coin block in order to boost through certain things without losing any of our power-ups. And there's also no animation for losing it either, so it's pretty much a free boost. And so that's important. I explain this now because the very next level, Mushroom Castle, that's where we're going to take advantage of that exploit. In this room here, I'm gonna build up P-Speed. And unlike in Mario 3, you can actually keep your P-speed for as long, theoretically, as long as you want. Because what you're seeing me do is I'm doing all these jumps here. When you're running on the ground for about a few frames, then you regain P-speed. And so keeping P-speed for a very long time like this is what makes a lot of tricks possible in this game. This is not possible in Mario 3 usually. And so keeping P-speed all the way up to this part right here allows me to fly over these large blocks here. So it saves about a few seconds within the auto-scroller. Alright, there we go. You're seeing that I grab these flagpoles very specifically. And I'm grabbing the 2,000 point mark, because Mario and the flagpole, they move at different speeds, and you want them both to stop at the same time. And so grabbing the 2,000 point mark is like the point where you save the most amount of time. And it saves a few frames each time. So here we grab the coin block. And I'm going to boost through this thwomp and use the iframes to boost through that second thwomp right there. And then the second room has a pretty precise P-speed build-up. So we'll see, like, you get P-speed really early if I do this right. Nice! So, this, normally you're supposed to go to the end of the level and build a P-speed that way in order to get that third coin. But building P-speed that early allows you to just fly straight to the third coin, just like that. And then now off to the boss. The boss of every castle is a Koopaling. In this case, the boss of Mushroom World is Larry Koopa. So, like Luigi, when you fight a boss, the same way, you'll always get the same results. And you want to fight Larry very specifically here. I am waiting on the right side, and then I know when Larry's gonna come out of his shell, and at that right time, run straight into Larry. As Larry will not come out when you're on the same side as him. So that's the first out of 9 worlds completed right there in the All Castles run. And now we're going into World 3. World 3 is a bit of a unique world in the sense that it's a beach and forest world both combined together, but primarily it's a beach world. In 3-1, I'm going to be chaining stars. So we've seen stars already in Mushroom 1, but here in 3-1, I'm going to be chaining stars. So if you hit blocks while you have a star, then those blocks will contain another star. And this is used to go through these cheeps, these flying cheeps that are jumping about. Just like that.
Yeah, hello, Minkle.
What's that?
Oh, sorry, my cat stopped by.
Oh, okay. Mario #1. Shouts to cats. I love cats. All right, so the 5 extra star coins that I picked, I mentioned, where we get 95 total star coins, they're used over here. So as you can see, the normal approach of this world, you can see up on the top there's 2 extra levels. Whereas if you go to the bottom, it's just 1 level, 3-A, just 3-A. The trade-off is, well, this level is kind of an auto-scroller. You just have to follow these fast-moving currents as you go through this level. And spending these, going out of your way to get 5 extra star coins just to do this level is worth it, because it is not worth doing 2 levels up on the top just to save 5 star coins. So, with that being said, this level, as well as the next level, are both auto-scrollers, so if you have any donations or comments, then this would be a great time.
Yes, I wanted to tell a little bit about our charity. No Kid Hungry is a charity dedicated to providing meals for children in need, as well as supporting food banks and community groups that serve the areas that need it most. They provide emergency grants and expert guidance to schools and local community groups to help feed kids. One fact that I've learned about our charity is that they typically turn $1 of donation into 10 whole meals for children. And as a kid growing up that depended upon the free meals at the local schools during the summer, I can tell you that is a lot of good stuff for kids. We also have some donation incentives coming up. The next one is for the Blood Will Tell Tezuka Osamu's Dororo. The bid war is for whether to have the game in English or Japanese. Right now, both are at 0. So whether if you mention the incentive in your donation, you will be able to probably dictate what the game is going to be played in. Friday at 7:30 a.m., we have Fire Emblem Three Houses. Bid war between the three houses. $20 right now for Azure Moon/Blue Lions, 0 for Crimson Flowers/Black Eagles, and 0 for Verdant Wind/Golden Deer. We also have at 11:30 a character bid war for Tweety and the Magic Gems. Right now, everybody is tied at $0, but the choices are Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Sylvester, Yosemite Sam, Mark Antony, and Porky Pig. When you make a donation, you mention any of those incentives in your donation, and we will put the money toward those incentives.
Okay, so there is something to explain right there. What I just did there is I kind of went through 2 blocks that you're supposed to wait for in order to get into that next pipe. And that's just a quirk with vertical auto-scrollers, where not everything spawns within the camera itself. You can actually go through things, like you can actually go ahead of vertical auto-scrolls by just a little bit, and which also means going through those blocks before they actually spawn at all. So it allowed me to enter that mini pipe much earlier than intended, and you actually save about 10 seconds within the level itself. Pretty big for an auto-scroller like this. You also saw me go into a toad house to get a mini mushroom in order to do this level. And that's because, as you can see, the mini mushroom is required in order to get the secret exit of this level, in order to get to the Three-Dash Cannon. And Three-Dash Cannon will take us to Flower World, and we're gonna be doing Flower World next.
This way.
I am pressing B anytime the game asks me to save. It's actually much easier than just using the touchscreen to say no. So what you saw me do there was I intentionally hit that coin block right before hitting the cannon, and that's so the coin block doesn't spawn when I get to Flower World. And if I manipulate my points correctly throughout Flower World, it should never spawn in Flower World at all. So if I do everything right, I should save a second. Because again, the coin block will only spawn every 200,000 points. So as long as I don't reach 600,000 points by the end of Flower World, then then the coin block will never spawn. So Flower 1 here has a pretty cool strat in the beginning here. Let's see if I get it. Nice. And then I'm gonna carry the shell all the way up to the towards the end of the level here, as shells can actually grab star coins for you. So there's a star coin here in the very bottom, right there, and I use the shell to grab that star coin for me. So that way I don't have to go to the bottom, grab that star coin, and then wall jump back up to the top.
Mario number 1.
Alright, again, normally you get the secret exit in Flower 1, but we're only interested in beating the world as fast as we can, not the end of the game as fast as we can, so we do the normal exit. And this is our first ghost house. So, as I mentioned, ghost houses are these complex levels that trick the players into getting lost. The ghost houses all have some pretty interesting gimmicks in this game. Here, like, you go up to the top, grab the star, it turns everything into coins, and you just drop all the way down. And then I'm going to go all the way to the right side as I fall down to grab the secret exit of this level here. Just like that. And this is going to allow us to skip one level, as the normal exit of this Flower Ghost. I have to do 2 more levels in order to do the castle. Here I only have to do 1 level. Flower B is the introduction to a roulette block. So with roulette blocks, they are these power blocks that contain any power-up, and they start in a cycle at a specific point. And there's a way where you can manipulate them to guarantee an item that I want, which in this case I want a star out of it, so I can speed through the rest of the level. So I I move specifically the way I did in order to get that star, so that way I can just use it to go through Flower B just like that. So coming up is Flower Castle, and Flower Castle has these moving treadmills, and what I can do with the conveyor belts is whenever I am jumping off of conveyor belts that move to the right, I'm letting go of my D-pad, I'm holding neutral. I am not dead, okay, good. I'm holding neutral off of the conveyor belts that move to the right, and that's so I can actually keep my speed off of them, just like that. Oh, okay. I didn't really do quite a good job with that one. But you'll see, like, right there, right there. Go all the way to the bottom over here in order to grab this 3rd star coin. And then ground pound in order to stop my momentum, so I can get to the next part quicker. And just like in Luigi U, I'm entering the boss doors through the center, and instead of through the left and right sides, in order to skip as much of the walking animation as possible for the door transitions. So the boss of Flower Castle is Lemmy Koopa. And if I do everything right, I should only hit Lemmy Koopa on the right side. Just like that. And this is pretty funny right here, as you can actually just like keep on flying up to the switch. It does nothing, because the intention is to use the switch to change the direction of the conveyor belts. But I already fought Lemmy Koopa, and which means the switch does nothing. So you just keep hitting the switch until you get the key. Oh yeah, grabbing the key from the top of the screen is much faster than waiting for it to descend down and then grab it, because the key descends really slowly. Alright, so coming up is World 5, which is actually the first of the main worlds that we're actually going to be completing. And despite how World 5 looks, you know, it looks really long, there's a lot of levels, but it is a very short world as we only do 4 levels. There's some really cool strats that I can do in order to get all 3 star coins here. That's the first part right there. I'm gonna flutter all the way to the 2nd coin just like that, and then head over here, reveal this hidden vine block in order to get the secret exit. And this secret exit's gonna allow us to skip quite a lot of World 5. And then flutter to that 3rd coin, of course, right there. There's a slightly faster strat they can do in order to go through those Ring of Koopas, but it doesn't save much time and it's very risky to do. If you get hit, you fall down and you have to go to the sub-area again and try again. So I do the slightly safer approach with that with that ending there. 5 Ghosts, a very tough level here. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh. That's not good. Alright, hopefully my cycles are still good at the end here. Okay. So grab that coin and then make it to the next part over here. And the second room is the hardest part. Without Leaf, this part's like really hard. You have to dodge these swoopers. And then there's some tricks that you can do with the swinging ropes. But I'm not very good at them, and they don't save much time. So I'm not doing them often. I'm gonna wait there. 'Cause, I did not feel good that I was gonna make it there with before getting a 55. Something that's worth noting is that the way you get fireworks in this game is much different than how you get fireworks in most Mario games. So you still get fireworks by having the last 2 digits matching, but it has to match the world that you're in. So right now I'm in world 5, and as you saw, I would have got a 55 had I had completed the level there, which would meant that I would get fireworks, which is why I delayed there for a moment, so I wouldn't get fireworks, and it loses quite a bit of time if I had gotten fireworks. Okay, this is a 2-minute auto-scroller. I just have to wait for this thing to go to the very end. So any more donations or comments, this would be a good time.
I don't have any more donations. Well, maybe I do. I haven't refreshed my page, apparently. We have a $20 donation from Anonymous. Thank you very much, Anonymous. I can assure you that that is going to make a lot of children very happy. I'm sorry, it is too late to math right now.
It's all right.
I do want to remind people that we do have prizes that you'll be entered for upon donation.
Oh, sorry, go on.
The one we have up right now is the Super Retroport USB adapter for SNES controller, and donations by 4 p.m. will get you entered into that. Then we have a set of 2 Mega Man Perlers. Donation by 9 p.m. gets you set into that one. We also have a Perler of Fort/Base that ends at 10 p.m. So you have until 10 p.m. to get your donations in for that. We also have an EverDrive Gigabit X7 flash cart for Game Boy that rounds out our Friday. You will have until 11:59 p.m. to get your donations in for that.
All right.
And remind.
What?
Sorry.
Oh, okay. So we're at the end of this level now. We're gonna get this. We got the secret exit of 5A, which will take us straight to 5-Castle, and the 5-Castle is gonna feature our first major skip of the run here. So normally in this level you have to ride grates across lava, but with precise flying, we're gonna be skipping riding on the grates entirely on all 3 sections. And if I mess up, then I'm dead. Let's see what happens here. That's 1. That is 2. And that's 3. Very nice right there. Alright, and then the boss fight has a pretty precise strat right in the beginning as well, so let's see how that goes. First up, I am going to... You're supposed to use that pipe cannon in order to fly up, but I'm gonna wall jump up instead and get up here quicker like that. Nice, very nice. So what I did there is I ground pounded and buffered an up input so that way I can be in the air as much as possible in order to hit Ludwig before he flies away. Otherwise, normally, he comes from a random chain, and you have to blast up to him, and then hit him that way. So that saves 6 seconds in the fight. So we completed World 5. The first of the main worlds completed, and now we're moving on to World 6, the final world. So we're about to destroy our estimate by a lot here. Alright, so approaching World 6 here. Yeah, there are 6 main worlds, which is not very common for a lot of Mario games, but here in 6-1 there are falling meteors, and they fall at random, which normally isn't a problem if you go as fast as you can, but I'm going to get the second star coin, and that requires a meteor to break some blocks. And I could wait a random amount of time for a meteor to break these blocks open. Okay, there we go. And then I gotta make sure I have a good fire, meteor pattern coming out of the second coin right there, and there we go. My worst luck with waiting for that coin is like 5 seconds. But fortunately, this game doesn't really have much RNG at all, so the RNG in this game doesn't really impact the run that much. So as a result, this is one of the most skill-based Mario games to pick up, if you're interested in picking up a Mario game. 6 Ghost is a pretty complex level here. There are these rooms that look very similar to each other, but obviously I know the way to go here. I'm gonna go into that door that's, even though the arrow's pointing left. And then this will take us to the secret exit of 6 Ghosts, which allows us to do a pretty easy part of World 6. Otherwise, the normal approach has 2 very difficult skips that you would have to do. Okay, so what I did there, if you wall jump frame perfectly up that climb, then you can skip 2 wall jumps, which saves like saves about a second.
This way.
All right. So instead, we have 6A, which is a bit of an easy level compared to the normal levels, which are 6-2 and 6A, I guess. Oh, 6B, sorry. 6A is the level that we're doing right now. I'm gonna build up P-speed like this, fly up to this first coin, grab that second coin, and then fly up over here in order to get the third coin. And then while I'm up over here, grab this star, and then use it to run through the rest of the level. And there we go. Alright, so 6 Tower is divided up into 2 parts. The first part is a bit of a technical climb, and then the second part has a skip where you're supposed to use these moving platforms in order to ride up to the top of the tower, but I'm going to fly up to the top of the tower instead. Okay, there's my P-speed, and I'm gonna try to use this P-speed in order to fly up to the top. And just like that. So the boss of every tower is Reznor. You might know Reznor from Super Mario World. So the way you fight Reznor is the same as in Mario World. You hit him from underneath. But as you can see, you fight Reznor more creatively than in Mario World. And the way you fight Reznor is slightly different for each tower. This is supposed to be the hardest one, because it's supposed to be the last one. Which kind of says numbers for some of the later Reznor fights later on. Okay, 6-4, here we go. 6-4 has a very precise P-speed build-up at the very end of the level, so let's see if I can get it. Uh-oh, that's not good. Alright. This... Okay, there we go. Not punished. There is a leaf in the next level that I am gonna get, because I will need 2 leaves for 6 castle. But that P-speed buildup, in order to get that 3rd coin, and then skip the last moving platform is very hard. You have just enough space to build up that P-speed. So I'm gonna grab this leaf right there. Now, this level here has these statues that shoot fireballs. And I'm going to be utilizing triple jumps. So triple jumps are higher than a regular jump. And so by setting up these triple jumps, and I can jump over that right there, you will not be able to clear that with just a regular jump. You will not be able to clear this either with just a regular jump. So it's very important that you set those up. What I do is, when you flutter in mid-air, then you actually buffer a first jump, so that way you can keep chaining double jumps. And that makes setting up triple jumps much easier. Alright, so 6 castle, the very last level, usually, in the game. And this level has a combination of a lot of things that I've been doing so far. So we'll see what happens here. I'm gonna go ahead and fly up to the top over here in order to grab this first coin, and then I'm gonna do a damage boost here. And this is faster than trying to dodge all these flamethrowers and dry bones, and then equip my leaf that I have on my bottom screen, so I can use it in the next room in order to do a skip. So there's this block snake that you're normally supposed to ride through the room here, but you can just fly up to the top of the room instead. Just like this. Now, the next room has these Koopalings, and what they're gonna do is they're going to do this flash attack, and the flash attack will turn me into stone. Now, if you're behind these little walls here, then I won't be turned to stone. Now, if you're not behind those walls by the time they do their flash attack, then you can kind of see from the way the room looks that there are several parts where if you turn to stone, then you're dead. So fortunately that didn't happen. I'm gonna grab that second leaf right there. These fireballs are always the same in the corner room. And then we have the Bowser fight. Let's do this. Oh my gosh, I did it! How did I do it? I'm so good. But that is actually a precise jump. If you jump a little bit too early, then you get knocked back. If you jump late, then you will clear the jump, but you'll get hit in the process. So that jump is pretty specific. But what's this? The princess! What happened to her? I did not see this coming! How could this happen in 2 Mario games in a row? What's this? What are the Koopalings doing? They're sprinkling magic on the bottom? What could this possibly mean? So, we are as fast as we can. Unfortunately, this is an auto-scroller. Now, there's a way to speed up this auto-scroller, and that is that you want to fly up at a specific point in order to get up to the next part as fast as you can. what we do in order to get up to the next part is we count the number of times Bowser swipes. So I counted 4 swipes, and then fly up to the next part. Right here in the second part, I can go up there in 4 swipes, but for some reason Bowser will always do a 5th swipe no matter how early you get up there. So there's that 5th swipe right there. You cannot avoid that. And then the next part, you can get up there within 3 swipes. Now, it is possible to get up to do this same exact strat without Peace Speed and without the leaf, but it is much easier to do this with the leaf and with Peace Speed. Okay, that was a little close, but had to make that last part a little bit interesting. But there we go. Wow. All right, but so in a lot of categories, this would normally be the end of the run, but we've only completed like 4 worlds, so we have a good half, the rest of the half left to go. So the run is not over, and I do have to watch the credits in order for Star World to be unlocked. So this is if you've been resetting up until this point, then this is a good 5-minute break in the run. So after you beat the game, you have an option to... Luigi gets unlockable, and it doesn't lose time switching to Luigi, because as soon as I head on back to my save file, then all I gotta do is just press L and R as I select my file in order to play as Luigi. And there's no difference in gameplay between Mario and Luigi. So, chat, what do you want me to play as? Should I stay with Mario or play as Luigi? Let me know right now. Yoinkers, do you want me to play as Luigi or do you want me to stay as Mario?
I am actually rather fond of Luigi.
Alright, that's the good choice.
I'm one of the kooky weirdos who celebrated the year of Luigi. Bought the t-shirts, everything.
Yeah, so from here on out, the second half of the run, we're pretty much doing the earlier levels in the second half of the run. So the second half of the run, I like to think is actually easier than all this first half of the run. So usually whenever I get to this point, then the finish line is just in sight with like maybe 2 hard levels. So yeah, I guess actually this would be a good time to explain why I beat the game so early. So you do have to beat the game in order to unlock Star World, but then also when you beat the game and you go back to your save file, then there's no more save prompts. So you save like 1.5 seconds each time for every castle and tower, and then also Peach is in World 6, so you're not gonna be seeing an extra cutscene in the earlier worlds whenever you beat a castle or a tower. So you save like 15 seconds each. So it saves a lot of time to beat the game as early as you can. And that's the case with like lots of like 100% categories in Mario games. So, yeah, from here on out, the pacing is gonna pick up really fast. All right, we got a lot of Luigi fans, so that's the great choice, because when I'm doing attempts to this game, I always play as Luigi. So we are. It looks like we're gonna play as Luigi. Usually, whenever I run this at marathons, there's usually a donation incentive for Mario and Luigi, but I do not think there is one this time around. But that's okay. So the credits are almost over, and you actually move around and collect coins in the credits. It's just something fun that you can do. But I usually just don't do anything in the credits in order to give my hands a bit of a rest to prepare myself for the post game.
Well, if we have a moment.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have some donations. We have $25 from Jack Seal that says, "Keep up the good work." $20 from Anonymous for Crimson Flower Path Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
Nice.
And Tim Tam Slam gives $10 saying, "I love speedrunning. Put this toward English for Blood Will Tell."
Alright, so right here I'm holding L and R, and then there's Luigi. So I already did these first 3 levels, so I'm gonna go straight to 1-Dash Tower and get the normal exit of 1-Dash Tower. So there are some visual differences, as you can see. Luigi's tail is a fox instead of a raccoon. Aww, so that can sometimes happen. Which means that now I have to lose 3 seconds in one castle later on. So here's Reznor, and that's the easiest one right there, and there we go. So as you can see right there, no extra cutscene, and no save prompt, so I'm able to go straight to 1-4 right away. But like I said, there's no difference in gameplay between Mario and Luigi. They play exactly the same, with a few visual differences here and there. Up next is 1-5. So in Warpless, you actually do 1A. It saves 50 seconds over doing 1-5. But we're doing 1-5 here because at this point, there's not a good way to route in 5 extra star coins just to skip doing 1-5. So we just do 1-5. It is a water level, which is why we skip it in Warpless. Now, unlike in New Super Luigi U, there isn't a way to speed up your movement in water levels, so you just have to swim optimally. Defeat these enemies that are in your way. Now, the fastest end time, if you're really optimal, then 4:13, but most of the time you get 4:12s at the end of the level. If you don't get the 3rd star coin well enough, then you could be on pace for 4:11, and that means fireworks. So we'll see what happens at the end of this level here. So here's the 3rd coin coming up. Alright, let's see my in-game time coming into this pipe to determine whether I'm going to slow down or not. Okay, we're on pace for our 4:12.
Hey, sorry about that. Had a small technical difficulty, but we are back again and ready to roll.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. I don't know how much you guys missed out on the run, but we are here in 2-2. So I'm just gonna go ahead and continue. So 3, 2, 1, go. So I don't know how much you guys missed out on, but what I was going to say when the stream crashed was World 2 is the hardest world in the post-game section, which you know, normally that's not the case because World 2 isn't really where the game starts to get difficult when you're just playing the game. But there is 2 levels that makes World 2 very difficult, but in this run it's gonna be 1 level because I'm gonna opt out of a difficult strat that was recently found in another level. So the upcoming level, which is 2-Tower, is going to be the hardest level of World 2 in this run. We're gonna be doing 2-3 next. 2-A on the bottom is faster, but again, you have to find 5 extra star coins if you want to do 2-A. 2-3 also has a roulette block, much like in Flower B. So I'm going to slow down just a little bit there in order to get a star from this block. And then use it to pretty much fly through this part. And then fly up here, grab this 3rd coin, and there we go. Alright, so, up next is 2-Tower. Like I said, the hardest level of the post-game, at least for me. And so, 2-Tower is a cycle-based level. The first half of the level is very hard. You have to make 2 very precise cycles. So, let's see how this goes. Gonna really focus on this. So that's 1. Nice, there we go. So that was the hardest part of 2-Tower. Okay, there we go. You're supposed to get that coin from the left, but it's much safer to grab it from the right, as those blocks at the end go all the way up to the top. And you can get crushed all the way up to the very top if you're while you're trying to get that coin. So it's much safer grabbing it from the right. So we got the hardest part of the level, but then messed up the easy part right after. That is how we like it in speedrunning. And now we're doing 2-Ghost House. So what's interesting about 2-Ghost is that in 2-Ghost, there is this giant boo that's gonna be following us, and he actually impacts the progression of the level. So what you want to do here is you want to always be facing right, because if you face left, then he stops, which actually stops the progression of the level. However, there will be a point where I will be going left in order to hit a block that will reveal some vines, so that way I can get the secret exit of this level. Just like that. So this will give us the secret exit, and it'll take us to 2-B. Otherwise, 2-4 and 2-5, which would normally be the next levels, they are both pretty hard. 2-B, pretty straightforward, unless you're running 100%. If you're running 100%, then this level is misery.
Let's go.
So when you don't have to get star coins, then all you gotta do in this level is just pretty much fly over everything while getting the star coin. Just like that. Alright, so next level is 2-Dash Castle.
Number 1.
And 2-Dash Castle, much like 5 Castle, has a major skip where you're supposed to ride a giant button across lava, but with precise flying, I'm gonna skip it.
Yes.
So here we go. And there it is. Yeah, it's a very scary ghost, that's for sure. But that's the only level where you see it in the run. Alright, up next is Koopa. And Koopa comes out from random sides, but fortunately you have enough time to get to each side to where the randomness does not matter at all. Okay, there we go. So, like I said, there is a recently new strat in 2-Dash Castle where you can actually set up P-Speed much earlier on the button, and it saves like 2 seconds, but if I messed it up, then I would have died. So I just go for the old strat instead. Alright, so we're back in World 3, and we already did the first couple levels in World 3. We're actually going to go back to 3-Dash Tower and get the normal exit. And once again, if you've missed out in the beginning of the run, 3-Dash Tower is an auto-scroller, which means more donation/announcement time.
Can do a few of those things, I think. Just want to remind everyone, this is the Speed Gaming Spring Marathon benefiting No Kid Hungry, a charity with the mission of ending childhood hunger. You can get the donation link by typing !NKH in the chat, by looking in our Twitch profile, or by going to speedgaming.org/NoKidHungry. You can also check out the speedgaming.org site to see the list of prizes and donation incentives. The next few incentives we have, Blood Will Tell Tezuka Osamu's Dororo. It has $20, or no, $10 for English and $0 for Japanese. The Fire Emblem Three Houses, we have $20 for Azure Moon / Blue Lions, $20 for Crimson Flower Path, Black Eagles, and $0 for Verdant Wind / Golden Deer. The one after that is a character bid war in Tweety and the Magic Gems. The characters' choices are Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Sylvester, Yosemite Sam, Mark Antony, and Porky Pig. Again, all of these things can be, a complete list of these donation incentives can be found on speedgaming.org/NoKidHungry. Oh, I'm sorry. Vlad is having a very hard time, and I'm feeling very sympathetic for the reason. And hello, Mango. Just mention the incentives in your donations when you donate to have the money go towards the incentives. Thank you.
I would also like to plug that tomorrow morning I'm going to, or at least morning for me, it'll be noon for most of the viewers here. I'm going to be running Link's Awakening Deluxe, and there is a bid war for that run, Red and Blue Tunic. So if you want to, if you enjoy what you see here and you want to see more of my runs, then go ahead and donate towards the bid war, whichever color you like more. I would prefer that people donate for Blue Tunic. So, that's just a heads up there for tomorrow.
Can't we just combine them and make it purple?
It does not work like that in that game.
Pity. It's my favorite color.
Yeah. This level is a cycle-based level right here. The first part of this level is straightforward. The second part is rising poison water. And so there's an early cycle that you can do, but it doesn't save any time because then you gotta wait for a later cycle. So it's not worth doing it. So I took that part safe. Yes, it is all castles. Is the category say warpless? I'm not looking at the stream. Okay, but this is 3-Ghost House right here. In this next room here, I'm gonna build up P speed pretty precisely. You have just enough room to get that P speed right there, and then fly precisely to that coin without hitting that boo in order to get that coin right there. Fly up here in order to get that coin, as well as to the door, without having to ride the platforms up. And then right here, just fly up, and then face left, so I can get that boo to get out of my way as I fly into that little part. And this will give me the secret exit of 3-Ghost. Which will allow me to skip a level and go straight to 3-Castle. Oh, it does say warpless, okay. Alright, so 3-Castle, here we go. The 3-Castle has these saws they have to avoid. I'm gonna go ahead and fly up, grab that first coin, and then the second room has a pretty precise P-speed build up here. I'll hopefully get. Nice. So getting that P-speed that early allows me to fly right through that first razor, and then if I keep P-speed, then I can fly over all those razors, go all the way to the third coin area. And just like that. So the that's P speed is really precise to make right there. And now Wendy Koopa. Wendy, you cannot hit Wendy in the water at all, so you have to wait for the water to drain down so you can hit Wendy. The only way you can save time in this fight is by having a fire flower, because you can shoot fireballs in the water, so you can hit Wendy much earlier. But it is not worth getting a fire flower just to save time in this fight.
Yes, I'm a winner.
Alright, so World 3 completed, and now we're going to World 4. So World 4 is just like World 5, where it has a lot of levels. If you actually count the levels of this world, it is actually the longest world in the game. But what is the longest world in the game is actually the shortest world in the run, as we only do 4 levels in this world. This level has mini Goombas that will latch onto you and minimize your jump. But with the leaf, you can actually tail swipe the Goombas, the mini Goombas, like that. So that way they get off you easily. Just like that. Okay.
Ho-ho, number 1. Yeah.
Alright, so 4-Ghost House,
Yes.
it's pretty much an auto-scroller. There are these like moving walls, you have to follow them around up until you get to the part they need to get to, which in my case is the secret exit, so you know, more donations are fine.
We do have one donation, just came in. We have $9.01 from Phantasma, $4.01 to play Blood Will Tell in Japanese, and $5 for Mark Anthony in Tweety and the Magic Gems. And I very much approve the choice of Mark Anthony, because seeing that little kitten get up on his back and then do the little kneading thing with the claws while Mark Anthony goes was always hilarious to me as a kid.
You don't really need this P speed. You can get up to where I'm trying to get to without it. But I just do it because it's fun. And there we go. So this is the secret exit, and this secret exit's going to allow us to go to 5-B, and after 5-B, I can skip a lot of World 5, or a lot of World 4. So I just realized I need to fix something on my end. Okay, there we go.
Let's go.
So I'm gonna grab this coin block here in 4B, and it allows me to, it's gonna allow me to boost through an amp. So when you get hit by anything that's electricity, then you get electrified, and then lose your power up, and it loses a lot of time. You also lose your momentum. So by using the coin block, and abuse the fact that you don't lose any of your power-ups, and there's no animation for losing your coin block, it's pretty much a free boost in order to get to that first coin without having to go all the way around. And there we go. 4B completed, and then this will take us to a warp pipe all the way to the end of World 4 and go straight to 4-Castle. So we pretty much skip a lot of World 4. Just for reference, I did mention this in New Super Luigi U, but the two categories are called all castles and not all castles and all towers. So the towers are allowed to be skipped. Alright, so 4-Castle has another roulette block. And again, if I move in a specific way, I'm going to hit the stair step, so that way I slow down enough to get that star right there. So I can use the star to, you know, run through the fire bars, the spiky balls, the dry bones. And then I'm gonna go into this little sub area right here in order to get the third coin. And there's a really cool strat that hopefully I'll get here. Nice! There we go. So there's a pipe in the bottom. Normally you're supposed to go down to, but if you jump precisely like that, then you can get up to the top pipe without having to fall all the way to the bottom. And coming up is Morton Koopa Jr., who is a very hard fight. Watch this. So here's the first fight right here. I'm gonna go and put my leaf while I'm at it. Here's the second hit. It is so difficult. I'm really scared. And there we go. So scary.
Yes, I'm a winner.
So, that is World 4 completed, and it's gonna take us to World 5, and we already did World 5, and so because of that, we're gonna go to Star World. So I'm gonna tap on the Star World icon on the bottom screen, which you guys cannot see on the, there is no bottom screen on the stream. But now here we are in Star World. This is the last world that we have to do, and all the 90 star coins that we saved up was so we can access Star World, and here we go. So from here on out, we do not need to collect any more star coins. Star World has moon coins. We do not need to collect any of them. And so pretty much Star World is basically just a rush to the end. For the most part, there's no secret exits, so it's just 8 levels done as fast as we can. This would be another good opportunity for any like donations or comments.
I would like to remind everyone that No Kid Hungry is a charity dedicated to providing meals for children in need, as well as supporting food banks and community groups that serve the areas that need it most. They provide emergency grants and expert guidance to schools and local community groups to help feed kids. We do have our prizes again for Friday. Up until 4 p.m., donations will be entered for any of these prizes. Super Retro Port USB adapter for SNES controller. That one ends at 4 p.m. The Mega Man Perlers, it's a set of 2 Perlers. That one ends Friday at 9 p.m. Perler of Forte/Bass ends 10 p.m. And an EverDrive Gigabit X7 flash cart for Game Boy that ends at 11:59 p.m. You can see all of these prizes and more on the prize page at speedgaming.org/prizes. And my shift is actually over for hosting. Again, I've been Yoinker's wife. Thank you, Mchan, for the great runs. I've actually stuck around because it was so fascinating. And thank you, everyone who donated and watched. I really appreciated it. And I want to remind everyone that you are the reason that somebody smiles every day. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, have a good night. So this level, if you're running 100%, this level is usually really scary because one of the moon coins that you have to get in this level requires the mini mushroom, and you have to do the entire level with as mini, which means you have to try and not get hit by that porky puffer who's trying to ruin my day. But since we don't have to get moon coins, I don't have much to worry about. And I guess while we're waiting for a new host, I guess if anyone in the chat has any questions to ask me, whether it's about the run or what I do, feel free to ask me. I'm always down to answer any questions. If you like what you see and you'd like to know more about New Super Luigi, the last run, this game, so feel free to ask away. There's really not much to talk about with these levels when all I'm doing is just doing them as fast as we can. There's more to talk about with these levels in 100% when I have to get the moon coins, but because I'm not getting moon coins, there's really it's just me doing these levels as fast as I can. What got me into speedrunning? So I don't really look like it, but I've actually been speedrunning for a very long time. I've been speedrunning since 2012 with the Link to the Past. I got into it from AGDQ 2012 after watching Cypher run Link to the Past, and I got into Link to the Past. That was the first speedrun that I tried out. I got into this game through back in 2020. I've been watching speedruns in 2016, however, but I finally got started with doing runs of this game in 2020. There's a runner named Juice ACD who's a top runner of this game, and me and him, we're really good friends in the Mario community, and so I used to watch his streams all the time. And after finally having a way to stream 3DS games, I finally got my hands to try this game out, and this game is really addicting to me. and this has became my favorite speed game to run. Yes, I am. Yeah, it's twitch.tv/Mchan338. I speedrun this game, New Super Luigi U, the New Super Mario Bros. Games, as well as the Zelda series. So if those are your interests, then feel free to leave a follow on my stream. I'm always happy to talk to new people. I also saw a question, what's my favorite snack? My favorite snack is really hard to say, but if we want to go beyond that and ask me what my favorite food is, it's ramen. I like a lot of different kinds of ramen, whether it's instant ramen or gourmet ramen. Going through this sub area right here actually saves a few seconds over not going through the sub area. It doesn't look like it's faster, but it's actually faster because the screen moves so slow in this level. I'm not a full-time streamer. This level can be a blessing or a curse. Like it's a blessing because it's a nice little breather towards the end of the run, but it can also be a curse because this is like 2 minutes for you to think about how you're gonna mess up Star 7 Star Castle. My favorite flavor of ramen, I don't even know if I even have one. But if I had to pick one, it's either tonkatsu or miso. I'm currently a teacher, but very, very, very soon I'm going to become an accountant full-time. So, yeah, I'll be an accountant pretty soon.
Let's go.
My favorite game to play is Super Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Although there is another game called World's End Club for the Nintendo Switch, and I love that game. Came out in 2021. It's my favorite game of 2021. Okay, up next is Star Castle. So the Koopalings are back, and again they're gonna turn us into stone with their flash attack, unless you're behind those walls. Now, coming up, I'm gonna be doing a damage boost, and that's because you cannot turn to stone while you have iframes, just like that. And then I'm gonna get my leaf immediately back in this next room right here. Just like that. Uh-oh, hold on. Okay. This next room right here, I gotta ride this block snake through half of this room. But then at a certain point, I will skip having to ride the rest of the block snake through. And you have to do this while avoiding the razors as well as you have a few frames to make. It's actually much tighter than I made that look, as you probably saw. They were just about to turn me into stone. Alright, now who is the boss of Star Castle? It is Dry Bowser. Oh, that was not good. Okay, so right there is an example that I mistimed my jump ever so slightly, and that's what happens right there. But that's what we have the second leap for. Wait, the stream is down again? Okay, now what happens now after fighting Dry Bowser? Surely this can't happen twice in a row, right? Of course, but it does happen twice in a row. Wow. Alright, but yeah, the escape sequence is the same as the escape sequence in World 6. Except the only difference is that the platforms are smaller. So again, we count the swipes. We count 4 swipes right here and then fly up to the next part like this. And then we gotta avoid his flamethrower attacks like this over here. Keeping P-Speed. You don't need P-Speed, but it's much easier if you have P-Speed. And then again, you can go up to the top with 4 swipes. But you'll always do a 5th swipe, no matter what. And while we have the time here, you know, thank you SpeedGaming once again for accepting my run. Giving me the opportunity to run this game, run this game and New Super Luigi U again. I ran them both last year, and it's a great opportunity to run them both again. And I do have a 3rd run tomorrow morning, so if you enjoy what you see, then I will be running Link's Awakening DX tomorrow in the morning. $123.25. Very good run. Really happy with that. Yeah. So that is all castles. That is so thank you guys so much for getting your donations in to allow me to run this category. I feel like this is a much better showcasing for category for this game than Warbless. So I'm really happy that I got the opportunity to showcase this category. This is one of my favorite categories. I run several different categories of this game, so if you'd like to know more about this game, then you can always check out my stream and know more about the game. Always ask me questions. I'm always down to answer any questions. I stream this game very often, as this is my my favorite speed game. Yeah. So like I said, I do have one one more run left to go, and that is tomorrow morning with the Link's Awakening Deluxe. And I do have a bid war going on for that run, Red versus Blue Tunic. I would prefer that Blue Tunic wins, but if you like to go against my odds, then you can also donate for Red Tunic. Yeah, that's it for me for tonight. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning.